All right, well, we were in New York, and we've had some really good pizza in New York. And now we're in Antwerp, and they happen to have this little pizza joint. So we're going to eat some pizza.
Let's show them our pizza.
Looks pretty good. Looks solid. It looks like it's off the plate.
Oh, and here they have this awesome pepper oil that you could put on your pizza.
So let's see how it tastes. What do you think?
Most excellent. Very saucy. Fresh sauce.
Crust?
Very good crust. Crunchy crust. But yet the bottom of everything's crunchy, but it's not too crunchy. Not like a cracker. Like my pie.
So far, so good today. Okay, so we just got done eating some really good pizza at
Mariello.
Mariello's. Yes. Laurel said not quite as good as
my pie.
My pie. Okay, fair enough. But a lot better than you were expecting for a
really good.
Belgian pizza.
Really good.
Right? It was pretty excellent.
And my iced tea was ginger. Actually, it wasn't really iced tea. It was just ginger tea with mint, and it was
lemon.
With lemon, and they used soda water. It was very good.
Tasty stuff. Sometimes you just have to pop into a place when it looks good, right? Trust your gut. Don't look at the Google, as they say.
That's right.
So we found the Planten Morteus Museum, which was a house and a printing press company in Belgium a very long time ago. This is a gentleman that's actually showing us how the printing presses were used. Each and every page was printed the same way. They had multiple presses. They had some from different generations, but all basically used the same process. And the whole family was involved, and they were very involved in everything. They were kind of some of the founders of science, because science wasn't shared very well prior to the printing press, and once they started printing documents, then other scientists could read those documents and then expand upon that information. They also had written, combined the King James Bible into one book. It took them 5 years to do, and they used various scholars, and they had the financing of, I think, the Spanish government to do it. So they sent out a Spanish priest that was the one that was kind of the expert. And in the end, it ended up being, I think, 80 books long for the first King James Bible version.
Hey guys, we're at the Botanical Gardens today, and there's some really cool trees here, and it's a nice little walk, although most things are hibernating now. I just got some wonderful rooibos and aslam tea from the tea shop. That was really nice. And now we're strolling through the Botanical Gardens. It's actually nice out today. It looks a bit gloomy, but the sun keeps popping out. We've had such an amazing time here so far in Antwerp. We've, oh look, there's a banana tree. We've gone to Groot Market, and we've been to the castle, and we've been to dozens of churches, many Christmas markets. They really go all out for Christmas here. It's pretty insane. They light up every single building.
Okay, we're approaching the train station from the side. You ready to go through the tunnel? Warp speed, Sulu.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
So, We were running really, really fast through it because it was super duper cold and we wanted to get through it as quickly as possible. Just kidding. But the good stuff's coming up. Laurel, are you afraid that the man rays are going to run you over? Sure, swim right at them until they swim at you. And then what happens?
Like the one in Indo?
Right. Run away, run away. Talking to the parrotfish?
I am.
And this wraps up the viewing of all of the cool stuff that they had to offer at the Antwerp Zoo for their nighttime festivities for Christmas. And then we're off to Rotterdam tomorrow morning to go visit some of our good friends. We were pretty surprised to get up in the morning to go to the train station, and we were escorted by this cool little marching band. So for those of you who have not been to Antwerp, we found that there's plenty of beer places, right?
Lots of good beer.
Lots of good beer.
Hardly a bad one.
There's 2 types of Belgian waffles, right? We learned that.
Trappist beers are becoming more rare because there's less months to make them.
Yep. These are all critical facts that you should know when you come here. You can go to restaurants and order steak and frites, but if you want to go to a grocery store to buy steak, good luck. It's pretty tough to find.
At least what we consider good steak.
Yes. By U.S. standards, we're not used to seeing such a small selection of meat, produce, or products in the grocery stores, that's for sure. Anything else we've learned that we want to share?
There's lots to do here, which I didn't expect there to be so much. Like, we really love the museum about the printing press, and we love the art museum, and surprisingly, the botanical gardens, even though it was winter, was kind of nice.
I think that's a great point, is that, sometimes people want to travel and go through a place one day real quickly. And you can do that, right? People do that. They say 1 day in Antwerp and 2 days in Brussels and 1 day in Bruges, blah, blah, blah. And you can certainly see a piece of the place, but we were here for a week and we feel like we could still stay here another 2 weeks and explore more. And we've
Lots of neighborhoods.
Yeah, we've only explored like a fraction of the neighborhoods of the town itself.
Although we did a lot of just wandering, walking around, checking out different neighborhoods.
Which we highly recommend, right? It's great to have Google and it's great to have a plan of where you're going to go. But, use Google as a way to get to find your final destination, but maybe take the route that you want to take to get there, right? You can always get back on track and get to where you want to go, but walking around and kind of aimlessly wandering, you find cool places, and sometimes it's more fun to find a really cool exhibit on your own. Like sometimes you walk up and you're like, oh my god, that's a gorgeous building.
It's like the car exhibit that we found.
Like the car exhibit,
that was an example of just a day of wandering and finding a cool exhibit to see.
Came across a really amazing art gallery that had F1 cars and Porsche and all sorts of stuff, but they did request that we did not do any videotaping inside, so unfortunately we really don't have anything. You can see this bull, that's the Lamborghini bull made of car parts, so that was pretty cool for you guys to see. Wish you could check it out, but you'll have to go there yourself to find out. Never found that. So wandering around is probably one of the keys to a successful and happy tour, in our opinion, of exploring. All right, well, on the train to Rotterdam. We're currently in the Netherlands. It's going to show you some sights. But as you can see, there's really not much to see today.
No, it's very
it's a little foggy. It's a little foggy out. So we arrived in Rotterdam, and apparently the musical festivities continued as we got to hear these carolers with our friends. Apparently this is a Dutch school bus. And yes, it's the size that it looks like it is. Okay, we're walking to see the tallest
Dutchman. Come around the corner.
Rotterdam.
In Rotterdam.
Wow. Ooh.
Should we show everybody?
I don't know why he's pinching his jeans. That's just a little thing I noticed now. Like he's pinching his foot. Let's see. Oh yeah, he is pretty tall.
I only come up here.
I don't know why he is.
The perfect height.
Every male's a dancer.
Nice.
Figgy pudding, now bring us some figgy pudding and bring it right here. We won't go until we got some. We won't go until we got some. We won't go until we got some.
You gonna get Laurel?
Hi, how are you? Can I have a traditional one? I guess.
A traditional one, you guess.
Sounds like I should get a traditional one, right?
What?
What?
So what I'm fascinated by is they actually. Is he gonna cut him or does he do? Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is. Just,
That's tough.
That's the skill. They told you they cut him in half.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't believe
And you're seeing it right now.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I love the showman.
And you're gonna see the smile on his face.
Oh, do you have cash? I don't have any cash.
Do I have money?
Oh no, he does.
We have
does
cash.
pin.
We have cash.
Is cash okay? Or?
Yeah, of course.
Whichever you prefer.
Better.
Cash is king.
Some people don't want cash.
Yes, it's real money.
You all right?
The government doesn't want that.
No tax money in my
Wait,
7.
did you already?
Bon appetit.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dank u wel.
Bye.
I wanted to just go by
Dun,
our
dun, dun, dun. You already took a bite? It wasn't even off the chef. For a second, you already took a
Are you getting greedy
She took a bite
birds?
before she even paid. For a second. I'm gonna try.
Oh, get the vegetables.
Hold it sideways.
Our table decor. Actually, it's really cool.
Quite a brisket from Holland.
From Michelin star Greek chefs.
Michelin star Greek chefs.
What are you doing? You don't work.
Oh, go ahead. What were you? What was your response on that? All right.
So tender.
Oh yeah.
Nicely balanced. Definitely solid.
Wait. Was it sweet or salty or? Give me a
Neither.
little more description, honey.
Besides sweet and tender?
Smoky. Generous.
There we go.
Smoky.
Lana's got it.
And I'm gonna try the beef cheeks.
It definitely is Christmas.
Okay, so
It's got like a. Tommy? Timmy boy. Timmy boy. I don't know what that flavor is. Sage? There's a Christmas flavor.
pass.
Dat het zo goed werkt.
Lamb.
Zonder trillen was jij er niet geweest.
Hang on, I'm still chewing.
Oh, okay.
This bread's
The beef cheeks is really good.
Yeah, definitely try it. That little pumpkin.
Whoa.
tomato.
Oh no!
1 second rule.
It's a big launch.
This is the lamb.
How is that, babe?
I've never had smoked lamb before.
Me either.
Or you want her to pronounce it?
What are we having?
I call them olibollen. Olibollen.
And how many awards have you won?
9.
9 awards?
There.
There's more awards over there. Do you have any at home?
You can Google Richard Visser, then
Oh.
you can see the lines and everything.
Nice. Yum.
Thank you.
Alana's the best, taking us to the best oliebollen in the world.
Stolen. S-T-O-L-L-E-N.
So we have to admit that I ate most of the oliebollen without getting it on videotape, but that's what it looks like. There's one left, along with the stollen, and a little sausage roll and some delicious looking cookies that we're gonna have.
to go with a cappuccino. Thinking about maybe selling jelly roll and picking up something a little smaller. Not sure which is bigger, the bicycle or the car.
So no trip would be complete to Rotterdam without at least seeing some of the waterfront. Here you go.
So where are we now?
We are in the Cube House. Wow. Wow. I have a bigger refrigerator in our truck. But theirs is a Bosch.
They've got a bigger counter.
Oh, okay, thank you. I guess that's a convection oven, maybe?
Oh yeah, maybe. Just barely big enough for my head.
Da, 100%. Przepraszam. A, gdzie jest ta koincydencja? Wow.
Wow.
Would you live here?
It's messing with my head.
Would you live here?
No.
Get quite an echo in this space.
First of all, there's no hanging closet.
Okay, so we are inside the food hall, which apparently has the largest continuous piece of art in all of Europe. So it's the Sixtine Chapel, modernized and on steroids. All right, we are here at the Giantess Market. And we're having,
Get
is this herring cooked? Is this herring raw?
It's herring. I think it's marinated. You'll taste a little vinegar. What do you think?
Super tasty.
It's not bad, right? Well, I like pickles too, so that helps.
Yeah, it's not fishy though. I mean, if you're into fishy fish, it's not fishy. If you're into like no fish at all, and it doesn't taste like salmon.
No.
It's good.
She couldn't resist another stroop.
Yeah, do you want to try some of this with that?
Better than the first one.
Have some of that together. You want yours plain?
Is it good?
Tastes like herring.
Yeah, I'll try. It's okay if I use.
Alana's gonna have some.
I'm even gonna do the onion.
If I had some of that, chili oil.
Patrick, you want some?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
I've done it once, don't have to do it again.
What do you think?
It's good in the sense it's very fresh.
Yeah, it just tastes like, I don't know.
Always gonna do it.
If you're eating,
It's a bit fishy.
it's so barely fishy. It's not like mackerel fishy.
No, it's not because I don't like mackerel.
Well,
This has a
apparently
hint
my wife is much more of a wuss than I thought.
This stroopwafel has a hint of cinnamon. Delicious.
So that wraps up our time in Rotterdam visiting our good friends. Thank you so much, Alana and Patrick, for showing us an amazing time. And we're heading back to Antwerp in hopes that we get some information about our truck possibly being ready to be picked up this week. So hopefully the next episode will have us picking up jelly roll from the Antwerp station. See you then.